Hello, everybody. We're going to have a quick video of um, our formation and kind of the roles and responsibilities with the slight adjustments that we've made. So I wanted to make a video. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm expecting about 15 minutes where we can talk about the roles and responsibilities and how the team should be working on both attack and defense. So we're going to start with just kind of our basic formation. So we are going away from a 3-4-1, and we're going to start playing a 4-3-1. So we have our goalie, we have our two center backs, our right center back, left center back, and then our outside backs, our right and left. Our center mid is here in the center, and then our two mids are here, right mid, left mid, and then we have our striker up top. So the main difference that is going to happen is that we have one less player in the center of the field to help us with build out, but we have more options in the back to help us with that build out. And so this should be a easier formation to adjust to. And so um, this is it's giving us a little bit more fortitude in the back and helps us kind of have more options. So our basic system of play is a 4, 3, and a 1 up top. So let's talk about the roles and responsibilities of each of these players. So with soccer, soccer has two facets. It has the attacking phase or the attacking facet, and it has the defending phase or defending facet. Now, the last 6 weeks that we've been training, we've been focused a lot on defensive work. But now, as of this week and moving forward, we'll be spending the next 6 weeks talking about attacking. So this is kind of a good introduction to the change in the topics, and so this is rather important to talk about. So first and foremost, our goalkeeper, and we're going to be focused mostly on the build out because we end up spending a lot of time here, so it's worth it to talk about the build out. But our goalkeeper, the responsibility of the goalkeeper is to look at and see ahead to see where our players are, if they're organized, and if they are where they need to be. So, Olivia, when you have a goal kick, when you've caught the ball and we're ready to play from you, you're looking forward to see if everybody is where they should be. You should have your two center backs, your right center back here and your left center back here beside you. Your outside backs should be all the way as wide as they can, heels on the line, as I say, and they should be higher. They should not be in line with the center back. They should be higher up the field. And if you take this area as your reference, our center backs are inside, in between the small, they call this the 6, and the 18. You're in there. And then the outside backs, your point of reference is the edge of the 18 here. So you're a little higher. You're not so far back here. You're a little higher. And we'll talk about the reasoning for that in a bit. Our center mid is here in the center. Your reference point is this semicircle here. You should be at the top of the semicircle, ready for the ball to come in. And then our two outside mids, you're going to be tucking in. You're not going to be playing wide anymore out here like we have been, because it leaves too much space here in the middle, and we don't have any options. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck in. And if you look at what the reference point for you is, it's the edge of this area here. You got to be on the inside of this line here, in between the center and the edge of the box. That goes the same for the left mid. And then the striker, you're as high as possible on the half line. Now, because you don't know whether we're going to play left or right, your starting position is in the center. And so if you look, we create a bunch of passing options. Our center back has their first option, which is their outside back. They have their second option, which is our center mid, and then they have a third option, which is the mid that's up a little higher up the field here. So you have one option, two options, and three options. And then same thing on the opposite side. Option one is your outside back. Option two is the center mid, and then your option three is to split defense here and find your left mid here. If those options are not available, you can always look to play Olivia, and then Olivia, you're looking to switch the play to the other center back so we can move the ball around. So that is your second responsibility, Olivia. Number one is make sure everybody's in the right place. If our striker is not central, make sure they get central. If your center mid is not in the center at the top of the semicircle here, then you need to communicate with them. And then your two mids tucked in, your outside backs high and wide, and then your two center backs on either side of you. That's your first responsibility. Second responsibility is when you receive the ball from one of your center. Okay, so that's one responsibility, and responsibility number two. Now, the center backs. Your responsibility on the build out is to find one of your three options. You have option one, option two, and option three. Same thing with the other center back. Option one, option two, and option three. With three options on every possession, you should be able to find at least one option to be able to get out of our defensive third. That's your first responsibility. Find the way out. Option one, option two, option three. Again, if those are not available, we're looking to play Olivia. Olivia's looking to switch. And then again, you have your three options. Option one, option two, and option three. Okay, so center backs, those are your responsibilities. To find that entry pass that's going to get us out of our defensive third and into the middle third. Second responsibility, you need to check your shoulder. You need to make sure that, again, just like Olivia, that your teammates are in the right positions to be able to find that passing lane to get the ball to them. If Lizzie or whoever our right mid is all the way wide, she's not in the right position, we are not going to be able to find her there. We need her to tuck in and be available in that space. Here. So that's the two responsibilities for our center backs. Okay, now our outside backs, our right back and our left back. Your responsibility is to get as wide as possible. Give us the most space available, because space equals time, and time equals opportunity. Opportunity to find a pass forward, to dribble forward, to get out. So your responsibility number one is to get as wide as possible. Second responsibility is to be available for your teammates. If we are starting with the ball here, Olivia plays our center back. Your job is to either step forward or drop back to create the passing lane that's going to get you the ball. That is your first responsibility. Get in a passing lane so you can get the ball. Second responsibility, once you get the ball at your feet, you need to get us out. We need to move forward and get out of our defensive third and into the middle third. Now you can do that with two options. You can do a pass or a dribble, right? If the other team is pressing you high, then you need to release the ball and pass the ball quicker. If they are not pressing you high and you're able to find the space to go forward, then your objective is to dribble forward. Okay, and we'll talk about what happens after that in a minute. But uh, your first responsibility: get wide as possible, give us width, and get in a passing lane. Either you're stepping forward or dropping back, but you're finding a space that you can get the ball. So when the ball comes to you, you're looking to go forward. Okay. Roles and responsibilities for our number 10, our center mid. Your responsibility is number one, to make sure you know where you're passing the ball next. So you're standing here as a secondary option for our center backs, but you're also looking to see who you're going to play with next. Where is our advantage? Is the player that's covering here not there and it's stepping high? If so, we get the ball and we're finding this player right away. You need to recognize if you have space in front of you to be able to turn and go forward, or maybe they're pressing you really high and all you can do is when you receive the ball from one of your center backs and you play it to the other center back so we can get out. So just like Olivia, you're looking to switch the point of attack. You're looking to find the other side. That's if you cannot go forward. Your first objective is to see who your next option is. Who can you play with next? Okay, or your other responsibility is to be available to your center back. This is not a set position. You are generally in this area. If you need to drop back here to receive the ball, you can do that. If you need to get a little higher to receive the ball, you can do that. If you need to shift this way or that way to get the ball, then you do that. But you need to find that space in between and be this middle option. So number one, be the option for your center backs, the secondary option, and number two, you're thinking ahead and looking to play one of your players moving forward. It could be very easily a dribble forward. It could be a turn and find your 9. It could be playing your 7 or your 11. Okay. Next two players are the right and left mid. Your responsibilities is number one, to communicate with your team, let them know that you are available, that you do have space. If you do not, then you need to make sure that you are also moving and finding the space in between here so that you can be available, not just for your center back, but also for your outside back when they get the ball. So your first option is you get a direct ball from your center back, which is fine, that could work. But what will most likely happen is the ball comes here first, and you're going to be checking into here to ask for the ball. I do not want you to come all the way wide like we have been before. I want you to stay more in this central channel so that when we get the ball here, we can do a give and go, and we pass the ball out to our outside back. Again, our outside backs, their responsibility is to get forward. Get forward. You have the space. We are creating the space, this channel for you to get forward and dribble forward. Whether it's Sophie, Hallie, Luna, Hazel, whoever's playing the outside back, whether on the right or the left, we're opening up this channel for you to take that space forward. So I expect you to move forward. So first order of business, to make sure that you are available to your team. Please, left and right mids, be available to your team. Okay. Second order of business, you're looking to understand where your next ball is going, your next play. You're looking around. Your first option is to turn and find your 9. Your second option is maybe a give and go with the outside back. Your third option is to reset with your center mid so we can find the other side. So first option, ball comes here, we're able to turn and find our striker. Option number 2, our outside defender is stepping forward and you can find her in the space. Or last option is to find your center mid so we can find the other side. And that's the same for both of these players. Okay. Lastly, a striker. Your responsibility, striker, is to stay high up the field. We do not need you to drop all the way back here. If you do, there's nobody to play forward to. So I need you to stay high. That's like your main objective, is to stay high. And we'll talk about what it looks like when there's other players around. But by and large, you're standing on the half line. If the ball gets played, once the ball gets played, either to the left or to the right, you're shifting to that side. So when the ball comes here, you're shifting here. They're looking to find you here. She's looking to find you here. We're looking to find you here. Or our outside back is looking to find you. Everybody's looking to find you. So you need to be able to shift. You're in this space here. The ball goes to the opposite side. You're working in this space here. You do not need to come back here. You don't need to come all the way back here. You need to stay high up the pitch, high up the field. The ball comes here. You're a secondary option, 1 and 2. If the ball comes here, you're the primary option, so you're looking to play in this space here to be able to get forward. The ball comes here, you're asking, you're moving within this space, losing your man or your marker so that you can get the ball. We want to get the ball to this striker. So your first objective is to shift to where the play is going. Shift. The ball goes to this side, you shift there. If the ball goes to that side, you shift there. This is where you're working. Second, you're either the primary option or the secondary option, depending on who gets the ball. If any of these three players, 1, 2, or 3, get the ball, you are the primary option. So as soon as one of these three players gets the ball, you're asking for the ball. You're actively moving so that you can get the ball. You're not just standing here and running forward. That doesn't help us. You're moving, losing your player so that you can play off of you. Okay, so those are the roles and responsibilities of each player, specifically on that attacking side. So now we're going to see what it looks like with opposition. And this is typically what we're saying. We're saying 3 players lining up as high as possible at the edge of the box, ready to go press. We're seeing 2 players kind of hang back here, and then the 3 defenders hanging back here. That's what we're seeing most of the time. So when we get the ball, again, our outside backs are high and wide. We're creating options going forward, which is going to anchor these players to not push so high or so hard. But if they do, then it's our responsibility, like I mentioned before, to move into an area where you can get the ball. This is not the right player here. Well, anyway, this is supposed to be the one. But the ball comes here, and it goes there. You're looking to move. Our outside back is looking to move in this space here to create a passing lane. If you stay here, you will have a passing lane here. If this player presses right away, the harder they press, the lower you need to drop back to be able to receive this ball so that you can have an actual passing lane. If this player lines up wide all the way over here, then we're looking to filter a pass right in between to there. If they don't pressure with that many players, and we have a player that is high up here, but then these players are back here, and that's going to give us time and space to be able to dribble forward with the ball and pull this player away from here so we can find our player there. Same thing on the opposite side. If the ball goes there and they're only pressing with one striker like we do, and the other players are hanging back, then we can find option 1 here to get forward, or option 2 here to get forward. Remember that this player is coming from this section. However, if they are pressing like they have been showing us recently, 3 players really high up the pitch, lined up on this line ready to go, then as soon as this ball goes wide, we're looking to play this player right away. That takes 1, 2, 3 players out of the play, and then we can get us a give and go and move forward quickly as possible. So we'll talk about what our objectives are during practice, but when we're talking about building from the back or attacking from the defensive third, which is this area here in between, would be a third of the field all the way back to our own goal. We're looking at playing. Our first objective is to get out of the middle of the defensive third and into the middle third. We can do that with a dribble forward. If everybody's back here and they're waiting, we get the ball. We can just dribble forward into this space and then find passing options from there. Or we can do it with a pass. One there. They'll go press. And we're finding the pass there. Or if they stay here, they're pressing here, you're looking there. 1 and 2. So objective number 1, get out of the defensive third and into the middle third. We want the ball in this section here so we can move forward. That's objective number 1. Objective number 2 is that we play quick. We can't hold on to the ball too long. We have to release quickly. We say the rule of thumb is that we play 2 touches in our half. So in this area here, our center back gets the ball, trap and pass, trap and pass, trap and pass. We get up the field right away. We do that, we're out in 1, 2, 3 passes. We're out. We're in the middle third. If it becomes a little more difficult and they pick up on that and we have to find other options, it may take us an extra pass or 2, but the objective is still the same. Play 2 touches. In our half, we play 2 touches. The third thing is that we want to exploit these wide areas. Like I mentioned before, our outside backs, I'm clearing this path for you. I'm opening it up for you. I want you to take that space. So the ball comes to you, whether it's Hallie or Hazel or whoever it is, ball comes to you, you see space in front of you, you're looking to exploit that space. You're looking to carry as far and as quickly as possible down that line as far as you can. Okay, so objective number 1 is we are looking to get out of the defensive third and getting into the middle third, this area here. Objective number 2, we play quickly. We play 2 touches. And objective number 3, we exploit the wide areas. We're looking to play the ball wide so we can get up the field in the wide areas. That's where it's going to be easiest to attack. So any player that gets the ball in the center, boom, you're looking to play out to the outside. Ball comes here, it goes there, and out. Ball comes here, out. Ball goes there, to the middle, it goes out. We're looking to play into the wide areas. Okay. For the striker, again, your job is to stay up the field. You're keeping these 3 players busy. If one of these players has to come out from here because Our outside back is dribbling forward, and she has to press here. Now you're in a 1v1 situation. As soon as you get the ball, you're looking to go forward and go to goal. That's what we want to happen. We want to have you in a 1v1 situation where you're receiving the ball and then you have space to run in front of you. Now that can happen where we find you here in a space here, or if the pressure comes here and you move there, we can find you in the space there. But it all comes down to this player right here, drawing the pressure. If we can get the ball to her with time and space, then that's going to make this player come here, and then we can either pass the ball out or we can dribble forward. So our three objectives, attacking in the defensive third. Number one is we want to get out of the defensive third. Number two is that we want to play quickly, play 2 touches. And number three is that we want to exploit the wide areas. Got it? So that's going to do it for this video. I went a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I think it's a good introduction to what won't happen. Thank you.